Welcome back to The Wall here on the Lab Video Game TV. Watch us online or on Flow One in 25 countries across the Caribbean. Download the official Flow Sports app to watch us on Flow on the go. I'm the Sage and I'm here today in Ontario, Canada with Kirsten, otherwise known as Kmrkle, a Canadian content creator and streamer who does some really amazing content. For now, she's on Twitch, but she has the intention to expand. Thank you so much for joining me today.
That's right. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Now, Kirsten, I want to start off. The meat of the matter is really your streaming, your amazing streaming career that you found success in. However, I want to take it back a little bit further because we want to get to know exactly who she is. So we're going to take it back to your history in gaming. Like, where did you start? How did you start?
Yeah, definitely. I've been gaming my whole life. Started playing DS and DSi when I was pretty young and moved on to a laptop. And only in the last few years have I been able to get a PC. And so my gaming has really broadened because of that. And oh my goodness, it's a deep passion of mine and I find a lot of fun in it. And I really decided I wanted to go for it as my job and make it something sustainable that I knew that I would enjoy for a really, really long time. And so, yeah, with gaming, I've just gone for happiness and been able to make a lot of friends doing it and really enjoy it. I've been gaming my whole life, though. It's really great.
That is amazing. Like, when you just started off, what were the games that you were first introduced to?
I played a lot of Kirby on DS and DSi and Lego games. Whatever my parents would get me for Christmas. In terms of DS games, RuneScape when I got a laptop, Minecraft, a whole bunch.
Okay, so before you actually started the streaming and you moved away from, say, your DS and whatnot, because you're more PC, not really console.
Exactly.
It's not a problem because we all know the PC is the master race. What was the stuff you were playing before you even started streaming on PC?
Yeah, State of Decay 2, a whole bunch of other open world survival games. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And you decided to go pro.
Yeah.
It's been about maybe a year, 2 years. How long now?
Yeah, so been streaming since March of 2022. So 2 years next March.
Okay, and what was your push, what's part of motivation for you to even start streaming?
Well, I actually worked with kids a lot before I started streaming, and I just kind of I had this really, really strong idea in my head that I wanted something that I would find long-term, that I would really enjoy. You know, I think it's important to find hobbies that you can turn into a career that you're really going to find a lot of happiness in. So the community knows my partner, Low Cyber, and they gave me a lot of financial freedom to be able to actually go for the push and start streaming.
I'm sorry, you said Low Cyber?
Low Cyber.
Oh, good.
That's right.
Good.
And so in July of 2022, only a few months after I began streaming, I was able to full-time it thanks to the financial freedom and support from him.
Nice.
And yeah, he's a big gamer too. So
you guys game together, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a lot.
Let's just go off a little bit of a tangent here. Like, what games do you guys play together? Because let me tell you, I love this. I love to hear when couples game together. I know a couple, Zalgo and Alifia from Jamaica, a gaming couple. I always love to speak with gaming couples. I always like to hear when couples game together because when I think about it, I don't believe I've ever had that, you know, like a partner who I could actually game with. We always had differences and different kind of hobbies, but never gaming.
Yeah, definitely. We both really love zombies. We're into zombie games and zombie shows. So right now we're playing a lot of Unturned together, and we love State of Decay 2 as well. So yeah, we're into a lot of that and some other survival games as well.
That is really cool, you know. I think I heard somebody say, because also I should tell you guys that the host of the Lab Video Game TV, who's also my daughter, Mila, she games together with her friend as well, with her close friend as well. I think she said she was playing It Takes Two.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes, that one is great for couples as well. That is absolutely fantastic to know because I think I heard that if you game together, it doesn't rhyme, but you stay together. The couple that games together stays together.
True that.
It is sweet to hear that. So we're gone pro now. The story evolves, guys. So you're gone completely pro. When you just started off pro, what were the kind of games. Which game started you off, bro?
Fallout 4. Fallout 4, certainly.
Right, guys, she was telling me on the ride over that she's deeply into Bethesda games. No, like, I love Bethesda as well. I mean, I think my last Bethesda game, I know everybody's waiting for Starfield. We're gonna get to that. But the last Bethesda game I played was a Skyrim VR.
Yeah,
Because
Skyrim.
after you mod Skyrim VR, it's a complete base Skyrim VR. Not that great, but when you mod Skyrim VR, it's
Totally.
yes, ma'am. And I really got into it. So tell me some of them Bethesda titles that you got into.
Yeah, Skyrim, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, even though that was developed by Obsidian, Fallout 3, and I'll be playing Starfield soon.
Yes, you and a million others.
Yep, exactly. It's going to definitely be, a lot of people playing that.
And I think you told me that you're also in some Rockstar stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead. Yeah, I play some GTA in my free time.
Sweet. So basically, open world adventure games, survival games is more your genre of choice.
Absolutely.
And what are you like playing now? Like, let's say the last couple of streams that you did, what you working on?
Yeah, I've been doing Subnautica, Below Zero, and the first one as well, Subnautica, and Dave the Diver, which is a new game that came out.
I just reviewed Dave the Diver.
Yeah, I love Dave the Diver.
Yes, it is an amazing game. Subnautica, I remember, I think it was a friend of mine from Jamaica, Silver Necklace, said she plays a lot of Subnautica as well. That's pretty good. So, I always ask this to the ladies because I have reason to believe, and I've seen for myself that sometimes we have the good days, we have the bad days. What are some of the struggles you face as a young streamer?
Right. Well, I mean, there's always things to every platform. There's always going to be haters, trolls, people that, try to get in your way and maybe are a little bit jealous. And I don't know. Thankfully, I'm lucky to not have to experience that so much, but there can always be someone who comes into chat who has not the right idea with coming in with their first message or not being so kind as we are as my community is. But I mean, that's natural,
Kirsten, I've once heard that it seems to be true that if you ain't got no haters, then you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
When you're moving on up, like George and Weezy, there are always going to be some haters. So
that's
it's
true.
Not necessarily a bad thing. Would you say that as a female in gaming, I won't even put it that way. Tell me the differences in your opinion as a female, who's actually doing pretty well. Differences between a male and a female in your opinion?
Yeah. I mean, to be blunt and to be honest, I do think that pretty privilege is a thing, and so I think that in some ways it can be easier and more difficult for women in streaming, maybe easier to get that attention and traction, but more difficult in terms of, that attention can also be negative, right? More so. But yeah, I can only speak on me being a female streamer, certainly, but I've had really good experiences with it. I've been really lucky to meet a lot of good people. It's always been the majority really good and nice people, the haters and all that, few and far between.
And you don't pay too much attention to them.
Exactly.
A wise man once said, do not feed the trolls.
Oh, true that.
How long, because you have I'd say you are relatively successful as a streamer right now, and I absolutely love that.
Right, yeah. I mean, definitely takes consistency, sticking to one game for a while and making a really strong community on there really helped with that. I'm sitting at around 100 average viewers right now, and it's certainly taken a lot of time and building community and building real friendships with people. And so it's certainly happened over time. I've been full-timing it on Twitch now for a year.
Sweet.
So definitely the consistency, going on at the same time, meeting talking to the same people every stream and growing closer with them and branching out also into other communities and meeting other streamers and networking. Those things help too, and other platforms as well.
Okay, well, since you were actually motivated and nudged into becoming a streamer, as you probably never considered doing it on your own before. Starting streaming is one thing, but to actually go pro and take it full time, like, okay, there ain't no 9 to 5 going on here. I'm gonna go all out on my streaming. Was that even a little bit scary?
Oh, certainly, certainly. I was really, really lucky, to have Low Cyber as a partner in my life who gave me that financial freedom to be able to do that. It was kind of a thing where I actually only had to make a certain low amount and to make it every month. And then eventually I was able to, support my own side of the rent and everything. It's certainly something that builds over time. Some months are better than others. But yeah.
Yes, I can imagine. But I can't get over it, guys. There's just something about me. I really love that support. The mere fact that Low Cyber was there for you and he was there to motivate you, and even in your downtime, even before you actually started to make that extra push into success. There may have been bad days, and I can just imagine him being there saying, you keep doing what you're doing, 100% supporting the movement.
Certainly.
That is so amazing. I mean, and some of these questions that I'm asking you is to, let's say in the same veins that you say Low Cyber motivated you, I like to motivate others to take this journey as well, because it's great to have a 9-to-5 job. Whatever your 9-to-5 may be, whatever you do, it doesn't really matter. But, I'd say I'm old school, I'm going to date myself a little bit, but let's say in the 80s, right? I was born in the 70s, but let's say in the 80s, there was also this career as a streamer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact that this is amazing that you have careers like I'm a YouTuber, I am a social media manager, I am a streamer that didn't exist before. And I'd love to see people embracing these career opportunities. I wouldn't call it a job, because even though you take it up as a career, you can actually provide jobs for others. Because suppose your thing starts to grow and you say, okay, I'm going to have an editor, I'm going to have this, you still will provide jobs, but just amazing the way this gaming thing has exploded.
Exactly.
Because I come from a time where, it's not so much prevalent now when people say video games are for kids. When people think about video games, they think about, Mario Brothers and the NES or Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying? And no one could imagine maybe in the 70s or the 80s that it would explode into what it is right now, this worldwide multi-billion-dollar phenomenon. Totally. And that, continue to motivate even more young people to actually take this up and understand that this can actually be a job, a career, because not everybody wants to be an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants, so it's really great that you can actually amount to that. So you were motivated, and I'm sitting here, with Kirsten motivating others, that you can understand that this is actually a huge thing. Let's say you're on Twitch now, though.
That's right.
And what are your plans to perhaps expand? YouTube, Trovo Live, whatever. What do you feel about that?
I think right now I'm definitely on Twitch as my main streaming platform, but definitely wanting to branch out into YouTube content, have some playthroughs on there, make some other content that's related to gaming, maybe games that I don't play usually on stream. Some other things on there. Like,
let's say, would you be interested in multi-streaming, like you're streaming on Twitch and you stream on YouTube at the same time, or whatever?
Some of my friends do that. I think I really like the community on Twitch right now, but
don't fix it.
That's true. I mean, I might try YouTube streaming at one point, but I just really like Twitch and all of its features at the moment.
If it works,
YouTube is going to be growing and adding things too, and I definitely want to check it out at some point.
Nice.
But it's so cool to see people being so creative these days, going for creative jobs and content creation and everything it can allow is so cool.
What would you say to people just starting out? Maybe not even starting out, just the idea pops into their heads. Maybe I could try this streaming thing. Maybe I could go into content creation. What would be your words of encouragement to folks like that?
Totally. I would say if it's something that you really enjoy and you do it already in your free time, try it out, but go into it with no expectations, right? Go into it to be a hobby. I'm going to be live, or I'm going to be gaming anyways. Might as well try going on and seeing if I can talk to some people. It starts out slow and builds over time. I've been at this for, soon to be 2 years in March. Definitely take it slow, take it easy, be chill about it. And if you really like it, go for it.
I really love that she says low or no expectations, because I've always heard that, the greatest disappointments come from unrealistically high expectations. Don't put that pressure on yourself. I'm saying? Just be calm, let it flow, and let it happen. And it will.
Yeah, that's right. Because I had no idea you know, that it would go where it has for me. I really started while I was doing a part-time job, and I would come home and stream just a couple hours after work. And I just kept doing that. It kept coming on, and then there kept being the same people who would come and show up. And I really made some really close friendships there. So it can really be something really special if you put effort and time into it.
Excellent. And of course, viewers wanting to find you on Twitch, because that name's can be a bit of a tongue twister.
Kmrkle.
How do you spell that?
Kmrkle. Kmrkle.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Kirsten, for joining me here today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
On one more episode of The Wall, here on the Lab Video Game TV, coming to you from Ontario, Canada. This has been an amazing one with my newfound Canadian content creating, streaming friend, Kmrkle, also known as Kirsten. Thank you so much once again for joining me. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, you can watch us online. You can watch us in 25 countries across the Caribbean on Flow One. Download the official Flow Sports app to watch us on Flow, on the go. And until next time, this has been one more episode of The Wall here on the Lab Video Game TV, where our game is never over.